last time I travelled to Bray in County Wicklow to meet the one and only Katie Taylor was back in 2010 when Katie was training for London 2012. Fast forward 5 years, Katie has added 3 more world titles, 1 European title and of course an Olympic gold to her credentials. So today I'm getting another chance to train with Katie in her new gym in Bray. We're going to talk World Championships, Conor McGregor, her love life and of course Rio 2016. Since Katie won Olympic gold at the London 2012 Olympics, she has been in demand by different brands across the world. Today, she has joined forces with itsforwomen.ie and has organised a training session along with her father and coach, Peter, and a few of us from the media world put us through our paces. So let's see how I get on. Okay. So after an hour or so of skipping, jumping and burpees, Katie and Peter decide it's time for another style of training. They are really putting us through our paces here. That was the longest warm-up ever. I am shattered. Now it's time to learn the technical tricks of the trade. I'm going to try my hand at sparring with Katie with the aid of Peter. Okay.
We're going to just use a jab first.
Okay. What's the jab?
So the jab is just...
Let me just stance
your
first,
left
actually.
foot
Okay,
forward, yeah. And
okay.
Your left hand.
You're twisting.
So the other hand.
Okay.
That's perfect, yeah. And make sure your shoulder's protecting every time you punch as well. That's it.
Push up your back leg more, like that.
Okay.
Brilliant. And make sure your left hand comes back to your face. Yeah. See, I would have caught you there if I was sparring.
You would have sparked out.
1, 2,
Hand up.
That's it. That's a dance move.
You might remember back in 2010, I really put Katie to the test in the ring, I like to think. Let's hope I've improved a little bit.
I like it.
My nose!
That's it.
So after all the sparring and all of the training, I am absolutely knackered, but I'm going to catch my breath because it's time to chat with Ireland's golden girl.
Katie, thanks for today. It's been an absolute privilege, as always it is, to meet you and interview and spend time with you. Like, what a great goal to have, Rio. And it was funny earlier on, I said to you, the Olympics, and you were going, I've got to qualify yet.
Yeah.
The whole country, we've all taken it for granted that you're going to qualify. But for you, that's the next focus now, qualification.
Yeah, that's the most important competition because, if I don't box well in those qualifiers, I'm not going to go to Rio. So the qualification is next January, I think.
So that's like kind of a year. How do you work a year of goals? Do you break it down into smaller goals, or?
Yeah, we always have kind of competitions in between.
So what do you have in between now and then?
I have the Baku European Games in Baku in June, and that's going to be a huge competition for me as well. But the main goal is the Olympic qualifiers in and everything's just leading up towards that really.
Rio, tunnel vision to Rio.
So I train twice a day, 6 days a week. I have Sundays off, so that's my favourite day of the week.
So what do you do? So Sunday comes, you've got Sunday off. What's a day off? What's your favourite thing to do on a day off for Katie?
I just love to relax and eat all around me and spend time with the family. And
Do you eat all around you though?
I do actually, yeah.
What would you have? Okay,
I'm
naughty
actually
Sunday.
a big chocoholic.
You told me that before.
Yeah, so I actually went off chocolate for a couple of weeks. My New Year's resolution lasted a few days. I was getting withdrawal symptoms. I was getting turbid headaches. I had to go back on them.
Seriously? Was that your New Year's resolution? Pack up chocolate?
Oh, I couldn't handle it though.
Good woman. She has flaws and weaknesses like the rest of us. Outside of boxing, is there much life outside of boxing? Can you do stuff, or is it all consuming?
Well, it does take up a lot of my time, but it is important to have a life outside of boxing as well and to have that balance.
And what is that life outside? I know you're big into your family, and I know your faith is really important to you as well. But what else is there? Is there life? Like, is there a social life? Are you out and about?
Well, I wouldn't be out in nightclubs or anything like that. That's not really.
It's not your style.
That's it, going for
Giving it socks on the dance floor.
It's good for the fitness, actually, isn't it? But no, I just kind of like doing, like going to the cinema, going out for meals with my friends, and I have great friends around me, as you know, from childhood. After I came back from the Olympics, I made a conscious decision just to go back to normality as soon as I could, really, so I could enjoy these
What was that
things.
like when you came back? That return visit with the gold, because the country was just in love with you. And we are eternally in love with you. But you just did us so proud. I mean, to get that wave of love when you walked out must have been
It
phenomenal.
was so emotional, actually, even looking back on things. I couldn't believe it, really, because I was in my own little bubble back then, I suppose, and I didn't realise what was going on at home. So to come back to 20,000 people or whatever it was back in Bray was just incredible.
Come here, let me talk about Conor McGregor, because you were in the press recently chatting about him.
I?
Yeah, you were. Yeah. I don't know why I'm believing what I read in the papers. But you find it very entertaining. I mean, because he's one hell of an athlete.
He's an incredible athlete, and I just love seeing Irish athletes and Irish people doing well, really, on a world stage.
Have you met him?
I haven't, actually. I've had a few tweets back and forth together, over the last couple of weeks, but.
And have you watched him fighting?
I watched him fight, and I don't really know much about the MMA, to be honest, but I love watching him.
He's pretty
fight,
hardcore, isn't he?
He is, and he's the dedication that you need to get into that shape, and he's just an incredible athlete.
We wish you well. The Ireland Day viewers are huge supporters of you, as are the Irish people at large. And I am too. And thank you for letting us come here today.
It's a pleasure,
Sinead. Pleasure as always.
You'll have to come back again.
I will definitely come back when my abs have recovered and when I can use my arms again. Your dad is a tough taskmaster.
He is, actually, yeah. He's the best around.
And your relationship is so special, your relationship with your dad.
Yeah,
it's kind of key to your success, really, isn't it?
It is. I wouldn't be standing here as an Olympic champion or a world champion, without my dad in my corner. I wouldn't want anyone else in my corner, really.
On that lovely note, Katie, we'll finish it there. Thank you so much.
Sinead.
Thank you.
Thanks a million.